Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Will. Today on the lathe I have a couple of pieces of wood. We shall take a look. So I have this beautiful piece of ash. It's about 13 inches, but again I cut it, I would probably get 12 inches, so get a beautiful platter from it. But I ain't going to turn this. I'm going to turn this. This is probably the worst piece of wood that is in my log store. As you can see, it's a piece of spotted beech. It has cracked. It's cut the wrong way. It's actually going to be an end grain piece. Somebody tried to split it with a log splitter and wasn't able. So I think it was a crotch piece at some stage because the pit is way over here. So I think there was a second pit in it. Yeah, as I said, it is full of cracks, but it has some beautiful spalting in it, and the wood is actually quite sound. So yeah, maybe I'm giving myself a bit of hardship here, but as you can see, I done a little bit of marking out. Found the center, so I probably get in around a 10-inch piece from it. As I said, it's got loads of cracks, so it's not going to be a soup bowl. I ain't going to go filling anything, so we shall see. I'll take it to the bandsaw and I'll cut this to round. And as I said, yeah, it's going to be an end grain bowl, something I have actually never done. Not a little small one, but nothing this size. So yeah, so it's going to be interesting. So as I said, a bit of spotted beech. So we'll put this guy aside for another day. So yeah, looking forward to turning this one. Maybe not so much this one. So guys, I shall take it over to the bandsaw and I'll cut it to round, and I shall meet you back here at the lathe. So now back at the lathe, guys, I have the piece cut, and wow, look at the colour in that. They're just a little offcuts. That is absolutely gorgeous colour. So these are just little offcuts, so I don't know if I get something from this, maybe. Might get a little pot or something. Or maybe cut it up for some beautiful pen blanks or something, or bottle stopper blanks, but it won't go to waste. So I'll chuck these to one side and back to the offending piece. So as I said, guys, it has plenty of cracks and yeah, all sorts of nastiness. Plus it's the wrong way. I prefer turning cross grain bowls, but this is going to be an end grain turning, so yeah, it'll be interesting. So I just hope it stays together. As I said, there is quite substantial cracks in it. But anyway, listen, I'm always up for a challenge. So I'm going to put a faceplate ring on. So now faceplate ring is on. I put all 6 screws in. So it is quite a bit out of balance, but however. So now just use a bit of tailstock support until I get it trued up a bit. So now I'll be starting off with a 5/8 inch ball gouge. Now see what sort of speed I can get. So 650 RPM. It's just starting to wobble a bit, so I'll just knock it back a bit and we're good to go with that. Ooh, that wood is very hard and dry. There's some of that lovely beautiful spalting starting to show up, and also some lovely cracks. So I'm somewhat down to true here, so I'm going to throw up the outside just to see what wood I have to work with. So getting close, a flat spot here, a little flat spot there, but just around everywhere else. Ooh, look at that colour. So I'm just getting 800 RPM now. So now we're down to decent wood all the way around. So now we can see what we have to play with. So far I've no cracks on the rim, but I do have in the base. They go in quite a ways, so I might have to turn away a good bit of that, which I don't mind. So I'm getting quite a lot of tear because I was being a little bit aggressive with my cutting. I was just trying to get it to shape, but what I'll do now is I can take away a little bit more of this material and get a tenon on. So I use the bigger jaws. I think they're 3.5 inch, or 84 mil, something like that. So we'll keep going to get another bit off of this area here. So this crack goes up as far as here, and this one goes up as far as here. Yeah, there's some punky areas, but the wood is beautiful, so we shall keep going. Crack, crack, crack. Yes, I might take this in another small bit. Yes, so far so good. So I'm just going to go and sharpen up because I'm after losing my edge there quite quickly. Now see, can I clean that up a bit? It has a little tear in it. So looking at the grain pattern, I did do a few cuts up the way, and I was cutting unsupported grain, so it's not best practice. So I need to be cutting down this way. But looking at it in places, the grain is so erratic in it. It's hard to know what way it's going. You can see it's going every different way in it. So. But anyway, I'm going to sharpen up, and we'll see can I get a few nicer cuts on it. So back nice and sharp. So see can I get another couple of cuts on this and clean it up a little bit better. And we'll see how did that do. Oh, that cleaned up quite nice. A slight little bit of tear out on the punky areas there. You can see the whiter area there, so that's a little bit soft. And our crack is still there, but they're going to have to stay. I knew that was going to be the case from the start. So yeah, quite liking that shape as well. I like that OG shape in the bowl. So I can take away the tailstock now and work on my tenon, or my foot, whatever you want to call it. Just take out the old elbow stabber. Get rid of him. So the reason I use the dividers this way is, a few people ask me, is it not better to go this way? But the reason I do it this way is I always remove the tenon with my cold jaws, so I find it just easier to just mark my centre. So whether it's right or wrong, I don't know. But it seems to work for me. So now that's my tenon formed. So that just fits nice. Yeah, it's running nice and true. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this section sanded, and I'll take you back when we're ready to do the inside of the bowl. So now guys, that's the piece all sanded. I sanded up to my usual 400 grit, and it's sanded up quite nice. Yeah, it has the few cracks, but I'm going to leave it. There's quite a few. There's probably 5 or 6 in it, and on the front face there's a couple as well. So there's one actually here that goes all the way down. Yeah, so as I said, that one goes all the way down. So I didn't want to put CA in any of them, so I'll proceed with caution and see how it goes. But if I need to even put some CA in this one just to stabilize it so as I can get it turned, I will. But we'll see how it goes. So now we'll start off by throwing up the face here. So I'm getting 900 RPM. So now that's the face all flattened, but we have quite a few cracks. So there's the pit up here, and with a little bit of rotten wood here, so I might just take it in another little bit. So now I'm down to some decent wood, but I have a little chip out here, so I may go another small bit. Just going to double check my chuck. Let's have to tighten it a little bit. Yeah, so far so good. So I'm just going to keep working my way in along. I can't get over all the beautiful colour in this piece. So I'm going to leave a nice wall thickness on this because, as I said, it has plenty of cracks and I don't want it to blow apart. I'll just take this wall in just another tiny little bit. So still quite a bit to go on the bottom, maybe a half an inch or so. I think that has done it. So now I just want to tidy up this rim a little bit. So that has done the job. I just rounded it slightly. So now I'm going to get this sanded and I'll take it back when we're ready to put a little finish on. So now that's the piece all sanded. I sanded up to 400 grit and just gave it a final rub with a little scotch pad. So it finished absolutely amazing. I'm over the moon with the colour that's in it. It was a little bit unusual cutting the bowl end grain, but yeah, it worked out quite well. As I said, there's a few cracks, but listen, I don't mind. I left it quite thick. The wall thickness is probably go millimeters. Yeah, it's just 20 millimeters, so just a pip over 3/4 of an inch, I suppose. So for a finish, guys, I'm going to use some boiled linseed oil. For no other reason than I have a bottle of it and I want to use it up. Wow. The colour and the grain in this wood is just amazing. I know you see a lot of videos on YouTube where people say, oh, turning a piece of firewood, but this genuinely was a piece of firewood. I took it from my mate's firewood pile. As you could see at the start of it, there was an axe mark in it where he wasn't able to split it. we turned it end grain as well, which was a first for me, with the exception of just doing little pots. Just get a good coat on it, soaking it in nicely. For some reason that front camera was showing it up quite yellow. Then boiled linseed oil does have a yellow look about it. So yeah, that's a good coat on it all over. That is a beautiful piece of wood, it really is. So now I'll just grab a piece of paper towel now and I'll just burnish that oil in. So now guys, there we have it, just finished. Our spalted beech bowl turned end grain. As you can see, all the growth rings, there's the pit over here. Tiny little inclusion there, but not too bad. Little crack here, little crack there. There's 3 in it, I think, in total. So one, yeah, there's the other one, 2, yeah, 2 there, 1 here. So I left. That's why I left it quite chunky. It's about 19-20 mil, which is just a pip over 3/4 of an inch, I think. Rounded over the rim slightly. I think it looks nice. And slight OG shape on the outside. I'll take the tenon off tomorrow because I might get another coat of oil on it as soon as this one cures. Yeah, I put boiled linseed oil on it. As I said, for no other reason than I had a bottle of it. I wanted to use it up. Yeah, I think it looks quite nice. It darkened the wood down a tiny little bit, but I don't mind. It's a beautiful piece of wood. But at the start of the video, guys, it definitely did not look like it was ever going to be a finished project. But it was genuinely a piece of firewood. So I'm glad I was able to get that from it. It was a sin to burn that, it really was. So yeah, I'm quite chuffed with it, guys. Anyway, so if you enjoyed the video, guys, you might tap that like and subscribe and comment and share and all the usual YouTube stuff. Helps my channel out a lot, and I'd be ever so grateful. So hopefully I'll catch you back in another video, guys. Take care. Bye for now.